Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. For those who are watching for the very first time, subscribe. You will be notified when new videos are uploaded. Before I give you updates coming from Yaoundé, because after the proclamation of the results, we are not focusing on what is happening in almost all the neighborhoods in Cameroon, the towns, the cities. No, we're not going to focus on that. We are focusing on Yaoundé and around the presidency, the prime minister's office, and Atangana Clement's residence. That is where our focus is. That is where we are trying to extract information from those who still trust us, who have not castigated us for taking a kind of a different turn as far as journalism is concerned. And that is why I'm going to address quickly, permit me address quickly some things here before I get into the crux of the day. Now, I got WhatsApp messages from some big brothers who, yes, they contributed a lot to my style of not only reporting but anchoring programs. These are people I worked with back home when I was plying my trade at Poala FM, CRTV Bafusam, at Kaza FM, CRTV Bolova, Eden Radio, Eden Newspaper, Radio Bon Nouvelle, you can name them. I tried as much as I could. I tried as much as I could to respect the deontology of the profession. But I received a WhatsApp message from a big brother, and I want to just quickly tell him that if he feels disappointed the way I am talking about the government, he tells me that you have thrown your sense of objectivity to the dog. That was his message to me. I know how disappointed you are, big bro, but let me tell you the truth. Objectivity in journalism is a myth. Objectivity in journalism is a myth. The very first principle of journalism is verification and objectivity. I understand there are 10 principles, but let me take the very first one. Verification and objectivity. Verification, you have to verify every information you get, and that is why it is very difficult for me to keep publishing the videos frequently. I have to make sure that the information I get, I verify them, and the kind of people that I will put a call across to in Cameroon are people at the moment who are very careful with what they say. They will tell you, Mr. Ote, can you give me some time to verify this? I'll get back to you. If you go to my column in Eden newspaper and you saw the topics that I used to touch, they were very sensitive topics, but it brought me very little problem. It brought me very little problem. Why? Because I brought in a lot of principles of journalism that are needed for a good story. I try as much as I can to verify to the maximum. First, the people I get information from are people who are very close to the source. They are very close to the matter happening. So if they tell me something, I believe them. Like what I'm going to tell you today about what is happening now between the soldiers and the police officers, the gendarmerie observing. I'm going to explain to you what I got. Now, but first, like I said, objectivity is a myth, because when you report about something, there are both parties to that thing you report. There are those who are for it, and there are those who are against it. Just like in this particular time, given the political dispensation in Cameroon, if you report and the things you're saying do not favor the opposition, that's those who sympathize with Issa Chiroma Bakari, they're going to attack you that you're not objective. If it does not favor those who support the governing party, the CPDM, you will be attacked. So what we try as much as we can is to verify the information, because sooner or later the truth shall come out and it will vindicate you. When I reported I told that Atangana is going to bring down the government of Mr. Biya. That Atangana is the sole man. Because, see, they say don't kill the messenger. You should kill the person who gave him the message. No. The messenger comes with a message. He's the one people know. He's the one people see. He shouldn't come with a message if he's not ready for the consequences. Because people don't see who sent you. They only see you who come with it. So by the time you are telling them that, oh no, this message, I'm only delivering it. I am not the one who is the architect of the whole thing. No. People will not listen to you. That is the point. So I bring messages that I am ready to take responsibility for whatever consequences that come with the message. It's a fact. And that is why the things I say are the things I'm responsible for. Now, how you will interpret it or how you will understand it is your business. It's none of my business. I am only responsible for the things I say. Now, if I tell you that objectivity is a myth, it's because some people are not comfortable with the way I talk because they are in favor of the CPDM party, just like what happened in Biya. Look at what happened in Biya. Look at what happened in Biya. CRTV took all images of celebration and they had to put it and then pick some interviews of Malomba is the one coming up all the time. Malomba is the one being interviewed all the time. And we know that Biya cannot even celebrate the victory of Mr. Biya because Biya, that one road city, is completely rubbish compared to other regional capitals. A regional capital cannot be like that without water, without electricity, with horrible roads going into the neighborhood. They will only tar the main roads in Biya because that is where all the white-collar thieves in Yaoundé will drive through to go to Mountain Hotel where they organize their meetings. They cannot tar the neighborhoods in Biya. We know it. We know it. All right. Now, let us go to what is happening in Cameroon. There are two videos. There are two videos that is creating problems now in Cameroon amongst our uniform officers. Our uniform officers are arguing because of these two videos. The first one is a video that came out from the presidency. We keep telling you that there are people who don't like the government of Mr. Biya, but they are in the same government. How will you send out such a video at a time when you know that the tension that used to sit over Cameroon has dropped down, and when it hit the ground, flames went up, Cameroon is burning, and you take a video of the first lady, Chantal Biya. We know that Chantal Biya is hollow. We know that if they had to audition for the position of first lady, Chantal Biya will never be first lady. Because if you want to go by credentials, she does not have it to be a first lady. But an old man is looking for a woman who is going to be there for him when he is weak, to clean him and do other caregiver services. And that is what Chantal Biya is doing for Mr. Biya. Now, you see that your president is not there. As usual, your president is not there. A president who has been declared victor sends out a communique. They have started the same thing that they have done over the years. They put out a communique that Jacques Famondongo has written, or Grégoire Owona, and then they put the image of Mr. Biya. Mr. Biya is all about image. They put the image of Mr. Biya, and then Famondongo's words or Grégoire Owona's words are attached to that picture. Because René Sadi, as we gathered, is a very disgruntled man. René Sadi has a serious beef at the moment with Ferdinand Gongo. So René Sadi does not have time to do that. Though he is a spokesperson, the mouthpiece of the government, but he does not have time to do all of that. So Jacques Famondongo or Gregoire Owona, they will write that nonsense and put Mr. Biya's image and send it to the public. Now, the big question is, where is the president? Do you remember what Brenda Biya said about the father? In fact, the parents. Because even if the father does not have the heart, we know the heart of a mother. Look at Brenda Biya. Brenda Biya is a reflection of what is happening in Cameroon. An abandoned people, an abandoned child. And so, Mr. Biya does not have a heart. No, Mr. Biya does not have a heart because he does not even understand what is happening around him. Even before Mr. Biya went into that particular state where he does not understand the things happening around him, don't get me wrong. Dementia is something that is awesome, and this is a kind of dementia that you will be fine at a given moment, and during that moment he will be manipulated to go. They can prepare him. Now you will realize that Mr. Biya does not have a conscience. He does not have a heart because there is no leader who says he loves his people, who says he is preparing to do what he has failed to do in 40 years plus. You are declared victor by the Constitutional Council. Your country is up in flames and you do not come out to talk to your people. What you do is you are hidden somewhere, locked up probably in one room, and then Chantal Biya is the one receiving all the honors, the congratulations. It's a shame. And that particular video from the presidency is creating division now among our uniform officers. This is what we gathered. That our uniform officers are saying that it's like they are mocking Cameroonians because they don't seem to understand how they can be doing that at the time when the streets are on fire. So that is why you see now, we are going towards the next phase. But it will depend on one thing, and I will tell you that second phase and what it will depend on. The second video that is a problem is Atangana Clement. You see these old people who were supposed to be with their grandchildren and enjoying life and thanking God for giving them age, because age is a blessing and that is why it comes with wisdom. But because theirs is a mistake and they remain hollow, very educated man, don't get me wrong. Education, which comes with intelligence, wisdom, that is a virtue, a blessing from God, are two different things. These guys could be intelligent, they went to school passed through them, but what they don't have is wisdom. They are not wise enough to know that at a time when the country is burning, when more than 12 Cameroonians have been killed, you are not supposed to be doing what you're doing. They don't even understand that they have enemies within them who are videoing these things and sending out. And so, you see Atangana Clement, president of the Constitutional Council, having fun and saying that he is happy because they are happy their father won. And this now is another video that has caused serious division and debate. And so that takes me now to what we are expecting to see. If the civilians, Cameroonian population, continue to do what they are doing in the streets of Cameroon, the military is going to jump in. And when the military jump in, do you know what they're going to do? The military is going to kick aside all those who are in power at the moment. And they will take control of the system. Just like you saw in Zimbabwe. Just like you saw in Burkina Faso with Traore. You saw in Egypt with Mubarak. All these places, the military is going to come in. And remember that the police are very scared of the military in Cameroon. The only uniform officers who have that right to arrest soldiers at the gendarmerie, the gendarme officers, and the gendarme officers cannot do it. That's why they've been very quiet. You see, the people hang on their armor vehicles and are screaming Chiroma. They just drive along with them. But we have a police that is the worst treated. How much do they make a month? How much do police officers make a month in Cameroon? That is why you find them hanging every which way on the roads of Cameroon, collecting 500 francs, 1,000 francs from Cameroonians who are applying the roads. Yet they are the same people who are behaving as if they are very, very comfortable. You see the video they released where they are torturing, women. That's where our police are now. They've brought themselves down. They've condescended themselves to the level of nothing. But those ladies you find on the floor that they are torturing are more men than they are. Those ladies are men. They are the women. Because those are the ladies who want to see a better Cameroon. We want to make sure that police people earn good salaries and don't stand by the road collecting money. So the police officers who are doing that, you will go back to your neighborhood. You see what is happening in Cameroon? When it started in the northwest and southwest, nobody expected what they have seen over the years. You will all go back to your neighborhood to face the same population because these guys are in bastos. You don't have money to rent in those neighborhoods. They are there protected. But you will go to meet your people that you are torturing. And somebody asked me, why Tradex? Why Tradex? Yes, why Tradex? Let me tell you why the people are targeting Tradex. Tradex is owned by some heavyweights in the government. It's a partnership deal. Like Buka Voyage. Jacques Famendongo is a partner. The late Madame Foning, a partner. So you see, these businesses that the people are targeting, they are targeting these businesses because they know that these businesses belong to members of the government. And so Cameroonians are not just chippy. They are not just chippy. And there is this a stupid talk now about, across the Mongo, around Mongo, the areas that make up that part of the country, Jombe, Penja, and the rest, they're saying that separatist fighters have now joined the protest. Please, those who are trying to propagate that message, stop it. You are only looking for a way that your talks, the police people without conscience that we see now shooting at civilians, you're only looking for a way that they will turn against anybody who speaks English in the littoral region, especially because most of the internally displaced people from the northwest and southwest are in Douala. Please stop it. Just stop it. These guys who are protesting are Cameroonians of the French-speaking extraction. We sympathize with them. We sympathize with them because we are all Cameroonians. We still go around with Cameroon passport, Cameroon national identity card. We are Cameroonians at the moment, if I should say so. Until the status quo completely changes, I put it to you that we still feel Cameroonian somewhere inside us. We were born, raised in the southwest region. It makes us Southern Cameroonians per our history. But we are still Cameroonians. And so, we sympathize with what is happening in every part of Cameroon where somebody dies, it is a pain because every Cameroonian life matters. But don't try to create a kind of tension, because the government of Mr. Biya thrives in the division of Cameroonians. When Cameroonians are at loggerheads, hitting themselves against each other, the government of Mr. Biya thrives. And this is what they've done over the years, creating division, tribalism talk. And they have their experts who are on television sets, like Matthias Owonangini, like Elimbi Lobe. There are those who are, and then they have some communicators, Bruno Bijan, Ernest Obama. These are guys who are fueling such stupid talks. Well, at the moment, the way things are, because this time around, government has a very hard nut to crack in their mouth. Yeah, their teeth is in trouble to crack that nut. That nut is Issa Jeroma Bakari. He is not going to give up. You know why? Because he has the people. The people of the Grand North first are protecting him. Allah is protecting him. And then the rest of the country, he has people. Right in the government, he has people. The uniform officers, he has people. We know how the government operates. The government will test the water to see how deep it is by sending one leg. They send that leg. They try it. They see if that leg is going to sink. Then they will know whether the water is deep or not. That's how they are testing Cameroonians. They want to watch if this protest can go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Because now what they are doing, where you see Chantal laughing like a young woman who's, I'll keep that because I'm talking to the public. When you see Chantal Biya laughing like an illiterate, when the country is burning, you understand that she does not have the heart of a mother. And you can see that with her children. Look at Brenda. Where is Junior? You can see it with her children. You can see it with her children. Because we have a first lady who does not understand anything about being a first lady. She knows absolutely nothing. That's why I tell that if they were to audition for that position of first lady, the president had to marry a woman fit enough to be first lady. Chantal Biya will never be first lady of Cameroon. They have made Mr. Biya a prisoner. Mr. Biya is a prisoner of the system he created. We're praying for our country. We're praying for our country. And you see, there is nothing that has a beginning that does not have an end. The end shall come, and it shall come with change. Inshallah.